welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you some items that will be available for October's Polish Pickup Shop. This month's theme is Optical Illusions and the shop is going to open on October 3rd at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and it will be open through October 6th. If you're not familiar with Polish Pickup, it is a monthly collaboration between a lot of different indie makers. They mostly offer limited edition nail polish towards a common theme, but there are also lots and lots of other items available as well. The wish listing feature on the site always goes live the Sunday before the shop opens, so this month that is September 28th. There's no set time for when the wish listing feature becomes available, it's just whenever they can get it ready. But at that point you'll be able to preview all or most of the items that will be available in the upcoming shop. Some items will have a cap, which means there's a set number of that product available and it does risk selling out. So if a polish has a 500 bottle cap, that means that the maker plans to make 500 bottles of that polish and that once those first 500 bottles are sold, it may not be available anymore. It seems like here lately there's been a lot of restocking happening, which I don't hate. If you want to stay in the know about which polishes are being restocked or the caps being increased, then check out the Polish Pickup Pack Facebook group. I'll have that linked down below. But there they share lots of details about Polish Pickup. It's a great place to view like swatch photos too. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. We're going to take a look at the offerings in rainbow order. We're beginning with Moonshine Manny's offering, which is called Inception. This one's a brick red jelly glowing with red to gold to green iridescent shimmer, fuchsia to red to gold to green magnetic shimmer, gold hollow micro glitters, and red to blue twinkling micro glitters. It's going to be $13.50 and it will be capped at 600 bottles. It's had a beautiful, easy to work with jelly formula, very smooth and even on application. I did need 3 coats to get it to full opacity any way you magnetize. Unmagnetized, bar magnet, horseshoe magnet, I needed 3 coats. So 3 coats with the bar magnet revealed this beautiful stunner. It has like a reddish brownie caramel kind of base, and then head on you get that gorgeous fuchsia magnetic pigment. Oh my gosh. So this is what it looks like, 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Middle and ring finger are velvet effect with a 30-pound horseshoe magnet. Pointer and pinky are with the bar magnet to show the cat eye effect, and then thumb is unmagnetized. My word, what a gorgeous combo. Can't go wrong. Magnetized, unmagnetized, any way you wear this, it is so beautiful and complex and interesting. I love the combination of the brownie kind of caramelly base and then the fuchsia magnetic pigment, which I've heard like magenta fuchsia is really trendy this season. It's just such a stunning combination. There's just so many glorious fall colors in here, and I can't help but think how beautiful this is going to be on my nails come November. This is what it looks like in indirect natural lighting, by the way. All of today's swatches are shown, full hand swatches are shown in natural lighting. Next up from Sassy Sauce Polish, we have Double Vision. This one is a black cherry when cold to cherry when warm thermal with red, black, and hollow flakies. It's going to be $13.50 and will be capped at 500 bottles. This one had such a satisfying, nice formula. It's really squishy and juicy and jelly. In its cold state, which you see here, it's fully opaque in 2 coats. However, you will want to add a 3rd coat for full opacity once it reaches its warm state. I think most people will want that 3rd coat. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. This is in its cold state and some studio lighting. You can see those red flakies pop so well against that like cherry cola base. Oh. I loved this in its cold state. It's starting to warm up here in the sunshine, revealing that more warm bricky red warm state to this polish. Here's what it looks like completely warmed up in some sunlight, and when it's in its warm state, it's so fun because it's like what contrasts in the polished flip-flops, because in the warm state the black flakies are what really pop and steal the show. I actually ended up wearing this as a full manicure for about 3 days, and I was just like tickled seeing it like transition and transition. It's very reactive. And then here's what it looks like in some indirect natural lighting indoors near a window. From Cadillacquer this month, we have Let 'Em Go, Keep Yourself. This one's a deep maroon red with different sizes of matte yellow glitters and pink iridescent flakies. This is going to be $14.50 and will be capped at 600 bottles. Another just like super satisfying, wonderful formula. I love these squishy jelly bases that build up and create a lovely pond effect. This one I had pretty great coverage with in 2 coats, but I did need 3 coats to reach full opacity and completely conceal my nail line. Plus, that only added to the awesomeness of the pond effect because I got even more flakies, even more glitters, and I love seeing those different layers on my nails. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats, plus a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. There are just a lot of flakes in here, so I figured it would dry down a little textured, and you'll see in just a little bit that in the indirect lighting indoors near a window, you'll see that addition of the glitter smoother just plumps this one up perfectly. If you've tried this formula from Cadillacquer before, this is another like must have in my opinion. I just love the contrasting colors. Oh, look at that shine and that plumpness. Like, you want that glitter smoother. I love the contrasting colors. I love those fiery flakies and then the deep dark broody base. It is just fall perfection. Next up from Stella Chroma, we have a gorgeous green called Peace Lily. This one is described as being a leaf green, creamy base that's packed with pink to orange to yellow iridescent flakies and a pink to yellow shifting shimmer. It's going to be $13.50 and there will not be a cap. If you know, you know. This has Stella Chroma's iconic, super squishy, but very opaque Crelly formula. Full opacity in 2 coats, almost full opacity in 1 coat, but it still maintains that squishy, juicy, plump feel. This one dried down very shiny, and I love seeing those iridescent flakes submerged in there. I see shifts of purple, pink, orange, and gold, and it contrasts really beautifully against that grassy green base. So this is 2 coats with a glossy top coat and some sunlight. You get like a better view of those flakes in this brighter lighting, and then the holographic flakes add a beautiful sparkle too. And then here's what it looks like inside in natural lighting near a window. I love this base color. It's such a fresh like shade of green, and I feel like this kind of green kind of transcends the seasons. Like, incredible in fall, but I would wear this kind of shade in summer or spring too. Up next from Tyler's Trinkets, we have Beneath the Surface. This one's a deep turquoise blue jelly with green to teal to blue shifting iridescent flakes and black micro flakes. It's going to be $13 and it will be capped at 250 bottles, and I'm going to go ahead and predict the future and guess that this is going to sell out. And that if the maker can restock it, that it might even double sell out, because his creations have been doing that a lot lately. Look at this formula. It is perfect. It's literally, I could not imagine a smoother formula. Builds up beautifully in 3 coats, tons of flakies. They do not drag at all. It dries down quickly. This is a beautiful polish. If you've been waiting for a sign to try Tyler's Trinkets, let this be your sign. Because y'all, I have been floored by everything I've tried from this maker. This is 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. I would say the glitter smoother is optional on this one. It doesn't necessarily need it, but there's just so many flakies in here that it can only be improved with a glitter smoother. It's just gonna plump it out so nicely. This one, even though it's just flakes, has so much sparkle and shine. I really like the depth and dimension that those flakies provide. You get a beautiful pond effect. It's fabulous. This is a really, really nice polish. From By Danny Vianna this month, we have Pond Effect. This one's described as being a sheer blue jelly base with a mix of white and green irregular glitters and magenta and orange dots. It's going to be $14 and will be capped at 400 bottles. So the maker wasn't kidding. Y'all, this is super sheer. It will not reach full opacity. It's intended to have like a sheer resin like look. So in 3 coats you will still see all of your nails showing through. You'll have like a light blue tint on your nails and then some sparse like glitters throughout. It's got a very artsy feel to it, and it's unlike anything I've ever put on my nails before. I did want to do a little bit of glitter placement. The glitters weren't hard to get out, but this one does have more base than it does glitters, and they do sink down to the bottom a little bit. But once you shake it up, I had no trouble getting those glitters to come out on my orange sticks and just apply them where I wanted them to go. So this is 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. A glitter smoother might not be necessary because it's not packed with glitters, but again, it just made it look even more plump. This is 1 coat over a like aqua cream. I just wanted to show what it looked like as a topper in case that's something that you wanted to do. Again, I feel like this one is very like artistic looking. It's really whimsical, and I thought it was a really unique shade. Continuing on to purples, I have one to share with you this month from Cuticula. This is Psychedelic Glow, and it's a purple jelly base with pink to green to gold to lime shifting crystal flakes and black flakes. This is going to be $13.50, and there will not be a cap. This has Cuticula's iconic, incredible flaky formula, really squishy and jelly, a little sheer on that first coat, but it's a trust the process kind of thing. Cuticula flakies just pop beautifully in 3 coats. So this is that 3rd coat applied, and in 3 coats I did reach full opacity and had so much gorgeous flaky action going on, the different layers, the pond effect. It was beautiful, and those flakies glow. This is 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. I said it before, the glitter smoother is optional with these flaky polishes, but it only adds to the squishiness, to the shininess of those flakes. This one's beautiful in sunlight, but my word, brace yourselves, because in indirect lighting, like especially indoor indirect lighting, oh my gosh, the flakies like come to life. It's like they're jumping off my nail. They're so pretty. I am not a purple person, but my word, I have no words. Next up from Painted Polish, we have Donut Stop Me Now. I do not have an official description for this, but I would describe it as having like a chocolatey brown base, shimmer that shifts red to copper to gold to green, and silver platinum flakes. Once I have description details for this, I will include them in the description box. This was very consistent with Painted Polish's polish formula. It's like an experience putting it on. Like, I am savoring every moment of applying this polish. It has such a dreamy formula, fully opaque in 2 coats. I don't think anyone's going to need a 3rd coat for this. I really don't. It was beautiful, beautiful in 2. So here's what it looks like, 2 coats with a glossy top coat. Oh my gosh, this polish is so yummy. I don't know if it's the name, but it's just like giving November. It's giving like fall festive treats, and it's making me hungry. This polish really surprised me because it looks so drastically different when it has that red shift compared to like here where you see the gold shift. Like, it's a very very much a chameleon, I guess. And I also adored how those silver metallic flakes pop regardless of the lighting. Like in the bright light, you get to enjoy that chocolatey brown base, the shifting shimmer, but in lower indirect lighting, like you see here, those silver flakies really pop. Up next from Colores de Carol, we have Whispers of Flame. This one's described as being an amber golden yellow base with red to black shifting shimmer and hollow flakes. This is going to be $13.75 and it does not have a cap. So I realize this is described as having a yellow base, but with the shimmer, it felt like a very warm brown or maybe even like a kind of grungy olive, and I wanted to put it near the painted polish so you could see how they look together. They're very different, but they have similar shifts. They both have kind of brownie bases. This one was also fully opaque in 2 coats, and it was gorgeous. I'm just staring dreamily at my screen. Oh my gosh, that gold hollow is hypnotic. So this is 2 coats with a glossy top coat in some barely there sunlight, and you can see that holographic is popping anyway. It doesn't care if the sun is there or not. I got this one after I filmed the intro and outro, so I did not get to include it as a favorite. It should be a favorite because even though this is a Prugly, and I never wear Pruglies, I can't get my mind off this thing. That red shift, oh my gosh. And it's like, it's gorgeous everywhere. The gold hollow is really pretty in the sun. The shifts in that shimmer are incredible in lower indirect lighting, and I am so taken by this Prugly base. It's just so unique and so interesting, and I'm gonna add it to my fall rack immediately. I want this back on my nails. Next up from All Mixed Up Lacquers, we have Abracadabra. I'm laughing because my daughter's been saying that word a lot lately and she says abracadabra. But this is described as being a darkened, scattered holographic magnetic base shifting prominently green to blue to purple. It's going to be $13.50 and will be capped at 400 bottles. This is another brand, if you haven't tried it, you got to. You got to. Really smooth, very even formula. So such an experience putting it on. Fully opaque in 2 coats without the magnet, but I would encourage you to use 3 coats if you choose to do the bar magnet. With the velvet effect, you might be able to get away with 2 coats, but 3 coats for the bar magnet to completely get rid of your nail line. If you've got really long nails, you might even see a little bit of nail line with this in 3 coats. Oh, so this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Middle and ring finger are with a 30-pound horseshoe magnet to show the velvet effect. Pointer and pinky are with a bar magnet to show cat eye effect. And the thumb is unmagnetized. Blinding. This one was blinding, and I loved it. So sparkly. The holographic was like bam and in your face in the sunlight, which you can see here. Gorgeous unmagnetized too, by the way. And then in lower lighting, you got all of that shine from the magnetic pigment. It's super shifty. Wow. Can you tell I love it? My word. I was just, and you'll see in the outro, I was stunned by so many things this month. It is a beautiful month for PPU. Yeah, see all these shifts, like especially that like pinky purple shift. Y'all got me right in the heart. This is so beautiful. And the final polish we have to look at today before we look at the Sugar Scrub coming from KBShimmer this month is Op Art. And this one is described as being a glitter topper. Yes, I'm all about the toppers. Bring more toppers to Polish Pickup, please. It's got black and white glitters in a variety of shapes. There are shreds, hexes, dots, hearts, tiny stars, and mini squares. This one is going to be $13. There will not be a cap. I'm applying it here over a mid-toned blue, cool-toned blue cream. Beautiful. I didn't even try to get those stars out, by the way. They are packed in there. They came right out on their own. So here's what it looks like in one coat over a neon green cream. I love the contrast, the high contrast you get with that white and black. This is going to look incredible over any base color except for maybe white and black. So I didn't show it over black as I usually would with a topper, because then you lose all those cool black stars. And I love that it has stars that are black and stars that are white. Yeah, this is just a very, very versatile topper. So those are all the polishes that I got to swatch in this month's Polish Pickup Shop. Now let's take a look at this month's Sugar Scrub from KBShimmer. This month's Sugar Scrub is in the scent Pumpkin Souffle. It's gonna be $11 for this almost 10-ounce jar, and it will be capped at $400. If you're not familiar with KBShimmer Sugar Scrubs, I'm a fan. I get them in PR now, lucky me, but I've purchased many a KBShimmer Sugar Scrub. I love the scents that the maker comes up with. I feel like she has a really finely tuned nose, and whatever the label says is usually exactly what it smells like. Like if I read through the notes and they sound like notes that are appealing to me, 10 out of 10 times I will enjoy the scrub. I love using them every week as part of my manicure routine to slough off dead skin around my cuticles, but I also use them on my legs before I shave to exfoliate and as part of my pedicure routine. A little goes a long way with this product too. It's on the grittier side, so usually a tub of scrub will last me at least a couple months. It's hard to tell though because I've got them in all my bathrooms, so I kind of rotate between them. But this month's scrub is in the scent Pumpkin Souffle. I'm excited. I love anything pumpkin. And I don't think I've had souffle before, but I know it's a dessert, right? So I'm imagining we're gonna get some vanilla, maybe some bakery type scent, as well as that pumpkin, maybe some cinnamon and clove in there too. It sounds like a fall dream, so I can't wait to smell it. I haven't smelled it yet, by the way. It's still in its protective seal to keep it from leaking during transit. So very eager. Let's take a sniff. Oh, oh my God. As soon as I started smelling it, the drool, it started coming. That's so gross. I'm sorry. Oh my word. Okay. Love, 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 love. It is sweet. It is quite sweet. But it's spicy too, and it's so pumpkin-y. I've said it before about a few of KBShimmer's scents, but this is one I would love to have in a candle. Like I wish my whole house smelled like this. Like it smells like something yummy, pumpkin-y is baking in the oven. It definitely has those bakery scents. I smell the spicy cinnamon. I think some clove in there too, maybe allspice. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay, let's look at the notes. So it says that the Sugar Scrub has comforting scents of freshly cooked pumpkin, toasted pecans and walnuts, and rich caramel. This scrub perfectly captures the essence of fall. It's got hints of ginger, cinnamon, and allspice. Ooh. To add depth and a touch of spice, rounding out this autumnal fragrance. Okay, I did pretty good. I missed the caramel, but that makes sense because this tastes sweeter than just like a little bit of vanilla in there. And I also didn't pick up initially on the nuttiness in the scent. And to be honest, I still don't really smell that, but I don't know if that's like a scent that I really would pick up on, unless it's like an almond fragrance, you know? But all I know is this smells amazing. Do I recommend it? I mean, what do you think? I I really like this one. If you like sweeter scents and you like pumpkin, I think you'll adore this one. It is delicious. So those are all the items I have to share with you for this month's Polish Pickup Shop. Let me know down in the comments what you think you're going to be grabbing, whether I shared it with you in my video today or not. As far as favorites go, oh my gosh, I've been so conflicted. I just keep going back and forth because some months there's like a clear favorite for me, and this was not one of those months. Like I felt really, really good about all the items I got to swatch this month. And I enjoyed all of them, and yeah, I think the makers knocked it out of the park. So with reservation, I'm gonna share with you a few favorites, although like ask me tomorrow and I might have picked some different ones, but today, these four are really vibing with me. I loved the shifts in here. It just shifted through so many colors: purple, blue, green, gold. And then it was jam-packed with that holographic pigment. It was so dang sparkly in the sun, and the magnetic pigment was really reactive to the magnet, which made it incredibly easy to work with. And the Cadillacquer, let them go, keep yourself. The high contrast in here. The gorgeous flaky glitter formula. I mean, if you've tried it, you already know this applies like a dream. And I am such a sucker for high contrast. I love the yellow against the rich, broody, dark base. And I love these kinds of dark purple or dark red or dark maroon base colors, especially in the fall. This one made me want to paint my nails with something dark and vampy immediately. The Sassy sauce, double vision. I'm shocked to have a thermal on here, and I wasn't sure when I got it in the mail, but once I put it on my nails, I couldn't take it off. I loved seeing it transition from that dark, the cold state to that warmer bricky red state. The base color of this in either state is fabulous, and the components in here, especially like the red flakies, popped so well. This is another one, this like dark broody red base, it just gets me every time. And then Moonshine Manny Inception. So much sparkle in here. Again, the magnetic pigment was incredibly reactive, and I loved seeing all the different fall shades in here, like that brown base, that berry tone in the magnetic pigment, the gold glitters. It is just, it's beautiful. These are the four that if I were shopping and I hadn't gotten any of them in PR, these are the four that I would have had to grab. But again, let me know your favorites down in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!